I skipped my brother's wedding celebration dinner when I wasn't even invited to the wedding. My brother Mike got married last Saturday to his girlfriend Jessica. They'd been dating for 2 years and decided on this super small, intimate ceremony with just immediate family and their closest friends. At least that's what I thought it meant. 3 weeks before the wedding, I asked Mike what time I should be at the church. He got this weird look on his face and said, "Oh, we're keeping it really small, like just parents and grandparents." I was confused because I'm his only sister, but I figured maybe they really meant tiny. Then I found out from our cousin Lisa that Jessica's 3 sisters were all bridesmaids. Her college roommate was there. Even Mike's buddy from work got invited, but somehow his own sister didn't make the cut for this immediate family-only wedding. I confronted Mike about it and he just shrugged. He said Jessica wanted to keep her side and his side even, and since she has 3 sisters, he could only invite 3 people too. He picked our parents and our grandma. I didn't even make the top 3 list of important people in his life. That hurt more than I can explain. We grew up sharing a bedroom until I was 12. I helped him with homework every night in high school. When he broke his leg playing football, I drove him to physical therapy for 3 months because mom was working double shifts. But apparently Jessica's college roommate ranked higher than me. 2 days after the wedding, mom called and said they were having a celebration dinner at that fancy steakhouse downtown. She said Mike and Jessica wanted to include everyone they couldn't fit at the ceremony. She asked what time I could be there Sunday at 6. I laughed out loud. So I wasn't important enough for the actual wedding, but I was good enough to come spend money on dinner and pretend to celebrate. They wanted me to show up and act happy about being excluded from the most important day of my brother's life. I told mom I had other plans. She got all upset and said it would mean so much to Mike if I was there. I said if it meant so much to him, maybe he should have thought about that before leaving me out of his wedding. Mom tried guilt-tripping me about family being important and how I was being petty. I reminded her that I thought family was important too, which is why it hurt so bad to be the only sibling not invited to watch her son get married. Sunday evening came and my phone started buzzing. First mom, then dad, then even grandma called asking where I was. Mike texted saying the dinner felt weird without me there. I was at home in my pajamas watching Netflix and eating takeout Chinese food. The best part was when Jessica's sister posted all these Instagram stories from the dinner. There was this long table with an empty chair right in the middle where I was supposed to sit. You could tell everyone kept looking at it and feeling awkward. Mike called me later that night saying I embarrassed him by not showing up. I told him he embarrassed me by not inviting his only sister to his wedding. He said the dinner was supposed to fix that and make everyone feel included. I said you can't fix exclusion with an afterthought dinner. If I mattered to him, I would have been standing next to him when he said his vows, not sitting at some restaurant pretending everything was fine. He got quiet for a long time. Then he admitted that Jessica had pushed him to keep the guest list small because she didn't want to pay for more people. She convinced him that siblings weren't as important as parents for weddings. 3 months later, Mike called me crying. Turns out Jessica had been controlling about everything, not just the wedding. She didn't want him hanging out with his friends, visiting our parents, or even talking to me on the phone. She said his family was too involved in his life. He finally realized what kind of person he married when she told him he needed to choose between her and us. That's when he understood why she really didn't want me at the wedding. She was already trying to cut his family out of his life. Mike apologized and said he wished he could do the whole thing over. I told him I forgave him, but that I'd never forget how it felt to watch my own brother get married through Instagram stories posted by strangers. They got divorced 8 months later. Jessica moved back to her hometown, and Mike learned the hard way that when someone makes you choose between them and your family, you should always choose family.